Griffith Burger. We promised to only sacrifice the first 1,000 customers.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's what I wrote in the
Why does that remind me of the
description.
Robot
You'll
Happy Meals?
you and Rhino will get context for that later.
Mhm.
Hello,
Speaking of which,
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MehTV. And today, we are finishing up the Golden Age Berserk
Memorial
Memorial
Edition.
Edition. Yeah, I got my words confused. So
It's all
hi.
right.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Fine.
everybody ready to go?
Rhino, are you here?
Hello?
Earth
I'll
to
take that as a...
Rhino.
Yes. Yes.
Rhino.
All right. We're all ready.
Okay.
All right. 3,
In a 3,
2.
2, a 1.
So to recap what happened last time,
Last time
Judo
on Griffith Ball Z.
Judo was trying to converse with Guts about the idea of leaving the Hawks, as well as the fact that Casca may have feelings for Guts.
Sure. Sure you do.
Can opening ASMR.
Did somebody open that right next to the microphone? Or is that a soundboard?
No, he opened that right next to the microphone.
Okay.
No,
It's like that just sounded so fucking crisp.
Oh my god. And now I'm getting flashbacks to Brain Scratch Com's Final Fantasy Let's Play where they had the pretzel bag as a guess.
Good times. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad Sonic and I aren't the only ones who have seen BSC. Shame they haven't been Shame their
Yeah.
current stuff isn't as good as their past stuff.
Yeah. I think their platinum Let's Plays where I just kind of like fully
Yeah,
fell off.
Lewis went a little too far with one of the things he said in there, and I'm like, dude, don't say things like that. Come on. I know you're in a casual conversation with a bunch of guys, but you're also
Careful what you say.
broadcasting this to everybody.
Yeah. Like, I'll freely admit, you know, we get a little bit spicy, a little bit horny sometimes, but we try... If we realize that the joke's gone a little too far, we do try to back it off a little.
Yeah.
Very true.
Hi, Rickard.
And who are
Sometimes
you talking to with this?
Sometimes I have to remind myself that Rickard is that Rickard is about as important as everybody else here. Since he is one of the few characters here that is, you know,
Yeah.
relevant to the plot.
Oh, this guy.
This douchebag, however, who has hated Guts since day one.
He has the ugly bastard archetype face, except he's not fat.
The wrinkles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Alt Zero, he's Doug Erholtz is the voice of Corcus in this
Yes.
adaptation.
Polnareff and Squall.
Mm-hmm. We're finally
Halloween...
being rewarded for our LA done. And what does he do? He sucks my balls!
The Halloween sound effects for Discord are kind of messing me up, because every time I hear something, it's like like bones rattling at me. Every time something happens, I'm like, oh, okay.
You know, I find it weird that the Bang Zoom dub didn't get at Doug Erholtz to reprise Corcus, because in the 2016-2017 anime dub, he's voiced by Bill Rogers for some reason.
I'm convinced like Jameson Price was the only one that got to come back to reprise his role.
Literally the only one aside from GK Boas.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you got two VAs to come back to play their roles, but everyone else, like, really?
I'm
Uh,
like, this is a non-union
Mhm,
production as it's
mhm.
NYAV, and yet it has far better talent than and the Bang Zoom dub.
oh, and speaking of which, yeah, this weekend, I am planning to go see Mike Center Nicholas.
Mike Santa
Oh,
Claus.
he's awesome.
And
And
it's
he's the
funny,
voice director for this.
yeah,
Nice.
I know he's like plays one of my favorite characters in a little series called Sengoku Basara as Sarutobi Sasuke.
He's
Which,
also Noitora Gilga from Bleach,
yeah,
among many other roles, and Leonardo in 2003 Ninja Turtles.
heck yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We still got to do a redux of that series at some point because I really got to remotivate myself to rewatch that show.
It is a long fucking show, but we will get to. We'll at least watch the first season.
Hmm,
Uh,
yeah.
Anyway,
I have the complete series in HD aside from the Ninja Tribunal arc.
I've got Paramount Plus, so I could do all the series on HD.
Yeah. For some reason, yeah, I ripped all of it from Paramount Plus, but for some reason, nobody I talked to was able to rip the Ninja Tribunal arc, so I just bought the Canadian DVD.
Oh wow.
Because the Canadian DVD was like $5, or it might have been like 10 or $20. It was cheap. The American DVD was like 50 or 60.
God damn it.
Suck it, America.
Yeah, but aside, but if you're not
Nowadays,
going to out, but if you're not going to outsource your or it's to Canada, you might as well try to see if you can fork over 50.
well the good thing is you can get the complete series on DVD for about $45 these days. The
Yeah,
unfortunate
I'm just
the unfortunate thing is
yeah,
that it's matted to Letterbox.
yeah.
And
But
apparently
here's
the
here's
version
the
of
thing. It's still
okay.
cheaper and more convenient than buying the fucking Funimation singles.
Yep.
Because for some
Oh,
reason, produced by it was owned by Paramount, produced by 4Kids, distributed by Funimation, and they just threw random episodes at the disc sometimes.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
Even
I
that's
don't.
not
even
how
you
even
know
the
it's
Dragon
bad.
Ball Z singles weren't that disorganized.
Jesus. You know it's
I mean, they
bad even
weren't.
when
Anyway,
Their DBZ singles
anyway,
weren't
we got
numbered,
this.
but
Anyway,
the
we got
episodes
this
on the back were.
handoff.
but
Wow,
you know it's bad even the AVGN is pissed. Wow.
like and subscribe for more on the Metley crew.
Hmm.
I
And
fucking
what a
love doing the whole all all the good, the bad, the ugly.
We should watch the Dollars trilogy someday.
It's a bit of a snooze fest at times, but
mm,
it's still pretty good.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
almost
mhm.
actually fell asleep during the second movie. I'm not kidding.
That's why the ones people usually talk about are Fistful of Dollars and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah. God, I love the way this version is framed, especially it that shot right there.
Strands of hair.
Yeah, he cut off
Where Griffith
his
realizes
his
that
stri-
if Guts had wanted to kill him, he would have.
yeah.
I feel like he would have straight up
It's
told him
it's kind of
otherwise.
kind of unfortunate that he didn't
Or
continue
at
the
least take
complete
an arm.
slash. Just slice him. Go. You know,
Just catches
go
him off guard.
shoulder to hip. Come on. Let's make it happen, Guts.
And he
And
just
the funny thing at this point, before the release of the Memorial Edition, and Marc Durazion, the voice of Guts, had retired from voice acting,
Oh wow. Man,
but they ended up getting him back, and he
that's...
still sounds as amazing as ever.
Mhm.
Dude even looks like Guts in real life.
And I was shocked to see him like get more roles like in Fate Zero. So that completely caught me off guard.
Oh yeah, and it's especially jarring when he and Crispin Freeman are talking to each other because some people have noted that the two of them sound very alike.
Mm.
What
One of these
And
days.
Anyway, we just
and
saw Griffith's ego take a massive blow.
Oh, it didn't
and
just take a
shame.
blow. It
It's a
straight up
shame
died.
that it's a shame it didn't take an even bigger blow.
and unfortunately, we're about to see an incident that we're about to see an inciting incident that'll cause so many problems going down the road.
Basically,
Yeah.
just
And a possible turn for the worst.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm getting my
And keep in
television
mind
sound
this
effects.
scene. And keep in mind this scene is more graphic here than it is in either the manga or the 1997 anime. And the manga was quite graphic. Sup, bitch?
Wait, what's that silhouette?
Na Griffith. Griffith. Griffith.
You make that joke now, Alex, but
Griffith.
in the Grand Unified Christmas special by the pre-Team 4-Star group, Neighborhood Cluck production, Griffith dressed up as Batman. And or the Christmas celebration, because he heard it was a costume party, he didn't know what kind of party it was. So he and Guts ended up dressing up as Batman and Robin. Guts dressed up as Jason Todd Robin, to be more specific.
Oh no. Yeah.
I think
Griffith, if you were capable,
if
you're capable of a little bit of self-control, things would come together very well. Just wait a little bit, and all your earthly desires will come true, except for, getting a taste of that Guts ass.
At least wash yourself, clean yourself up first.
Yeah. Don't just walk into your girlfriend's room drenched in water from the rain.
A lot of people have noted how how the other dark bits of this scene are how dark this scene is because of the fact that of what is implicated by Griffith's inner thoughts as he's doing this is as nowhere in the entirety of the series up until that battle have we seen what Griffith is thinking.
Griffith?
Okay.
Have you no self-control?
Keep it in your pants, Griffith.
Seriously, how thin is that nightgown?
Can you
I don't know if she's that, or is she just that sensitive?
Baby, you got what I need.
But the worst part is the way the film. But the worst part is the way that this film ends up. That the film trilogy ends up framing this scene. Is that it's a bit of an ambiguous consent.
Yeah. And Griffith.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse. And titties.
Oh my.
Griffith, do you mind? Griffith, you can still walk away. We've got.
Come on.
You haven't done anything that can't be undone yet, or redone, as her clothing may attest. So just walk away, and everything will be all right.
Alex, you're
Put your
expecting too
glasses
much out of a man
on.
you've already cast
Everything will be
any and all
Kissing him
faith
was
in.
kissing her was fine, but you could have
Put
just
your
ended it
glasses
there.
on.
Nope.
Everything be well. Just
Oh.
Oh, this
Nope.
ain't good.
Oh, that's
Like,
steady.
I have to
Um,
say, Sagasu did not need to go this hard with the composition of this scene.
Well, now.
Like, whoever's doing the violin deserves an award.
God, I wonder how many times they had to retake this because the actors and musician either got uncomfortable or incredibly or had like an uproarious, raucous bout of laughter at the scene.
I think
Like-
the bout of laughter would come from the English dub more likely, since they don't really take it as seriously. Since this is like their second time doing, since in this instance this would be their third time doing this, and,
well,
and for the most part in the Japanese,
the-
and they just had to recycle voice clips.
well, the die has been cast,
oh no.
both literally and very figuratively.
Yeah, the way that Charlotte was attempting to try to push Griffith off. Bullshit!
Ah!
Bullshit! You do not get that much action from a fucking keyhole, especially one that tiny.
Yeah, it was like it's a completely different fucking
Oh my.
I
point
said
of
that
view.
in the '97 anime and even in the manga.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, you see, Griffith is not even thinking about the woman he's betting. He's thinking about guts.
Now he's just letting his own arrogance get the better of him.
Yeah.
He's angry about he's angry about the destruction of his substitute penis, and so he has to assert that looks like a crucifix.
And there's Charlotte Lay. Hey, with her booty hanging out there and all of her hymen blood and somewhere nearby.
Why do you feel more she looks like she's less emotionally distraught about the situation than you are.
Was it worth it, Griffith?
No.
And the worst part is, like, Charlotte will still want Griffith later down the line, even after or what has happened, and by the end of this arc.
Oh, this
Well,
mustachio-looking guy.
Oh, excuse me, sir, I'm here to, fuck every single one of you.
God damn it.
Griffith, fight back. Come on, I know you can do it. You could kill all of these men with a single glance if you wanted to.
And now, everybody's just out here without any armor or weapons. Oh, hi, Gaston.
No
Oh,
one. Nobody dies like Gaston.
should have brought the weapons just in case. But nope.
Well, these guys have never been known to question Griffith, and if it came from Griffith its own testimony, then they would just be like, okay, if it's Griffith, then we don't question it. Just imagine Pippin's loud scream being enough to shield them from any harm.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
pew, pew,
Ah!
pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, fuck. Oh,
I
oh,
need
shit.
little
Oh,
Jack.
God damn it. Oh.
Yeah.
It, it's interesting that that this dub of the Golden Age arc ends up referring to Tudor as Tudor.
Hmm.
Well, that would be representative of
Ow.
And when Griffith gets whipped here, he at least has
actual.
pants on.
Oh, that's Dick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the actual manga for this scene, in as Griffith's getting whipped by the king, he actually has pants on, whereas
Griffith.
here he's been stripped naked.
Griffith, why don't you fight back?
Resistance is futile.
I mean, the king is more
Break.
than a leg away.
Random.
Yeah, but he's got enough upper body strength. Have you've seen Tom Cruise do a harder trick than what Griffith would have to do to get out of this?
By the way, what Griffith here says ends up being true in the manga.
Hmm.
It was a very uncomfortable scene to read. It was just like, oh God, God, stop it, stop it.
Stop. Stop. He's
Not saying that to the
already
author.
dead.
I'm saying that to the character.
Stop. Stop. He's already dead.
This kind of reminds me of the Order 66 a little bit.
In a way, yeah.
At the very least, Casca has enough initiative to actually attempt to lead a charge. Dude, did you whip him enough? Because holy shit.
Jesus, the amount of blood driven.
I feel
Oh,
like
and
that.
Griffith's torture will be handled by this guy.
Little goblin, little thingy.
Yep,
Wow.
that is who was torturing him in the manga. Whereas in the 97 anime, he was tortured by a skinny dude.
Now he would fit right into the ugly bastard club.
So basically, the reason why the king doesn't order for Griffith's execution is because he feels that death would be too kind.
Hmm.
Keep him
After
alive.
all, it's swift, and after all, that would be swift and painless, whereas this would be far more painful. Oh, hey, Puck.
Hmm.
Hey, you're an important character who was left out of the 97 anime.
Puck be like, "Huh, what was that all about?
Hmm.
He seemed unimportant."
Again.
And no, Puck is not anatomically correct.
Which is weird because Griffith is.
Yeah, but the
It
thing
is.
is that at is Puck not being anatomically correct is consistent throughout out the manga, as it's meant to
Hmm.
be a symbol of a true elf,
Ah.
Ah,
where whereas the fake elves that we see in the arc that follows this in the Black Swordsman arc are 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 essentially a symbol of a child being forcibly turned into an elf, hence the name Lost Children arc. Sadly, that is not only one of the best arcs in the manga, but it's also one that never got adapted.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh
After
dear.
interesting
Japan got
and
weird.
unique ending animation using a frame from the manga. Which, by the way, that frame in the manga is of it's dragging his sword across the ground, down as he's leaving the tree, the hanging tree. It's meant to be like a symbol of how far he's come since that dreadful old day.
man, this looks so gorgeous.
Oh, Kentaro Miura's art is amazing.
The fact that he like emphasizes and oozes a lot of detail, like the very
Yeah,
action oriented stuff.
even 4 Degrees C, despite how much CG is used in the series, emphasizes a lot of the detail
Hmm.
from Miura's artwork.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that this is a variant of Blood and Guts
Hmm.
on one of the recurring themes in this trilogy of films. I keep mentioning films because this was the trilogy of films repurposed for or a 13 episode television series.
All right, and now time for the
And
next
now we
episode.
and now we are on
Yay.
the last film, Golden Age Arc 3, The Advent.
All right.
So, are we ready to go?
Mm,
Yes,
on.
indeed. In 3, 2, 1.
Is this really the last episode?
Nope,
No,
this
this
is
is the
the
last
last
film.
film, yeah.
Mm.
So, Golden Age Arc 3, The Advent was often praised for or the fact that it was actually able to work make the 3D animation and look really good at times. And since this and since this version ended up reworking a lot of the 3D models, that ends up remaining very much true.
Whose Discord do I keep hearing?
that's not mine, I
That's
swear.
possibly mine because I am sharing my screen here.
Mm.
This is meant to symbolize what would become part of Griffith's journey later.
Yeah.
He see he ends up at first thinking nothing of his mother's dream, but then and he's distracted by guts. Oh,
God
even if he
dang.
even if he's allowed to have abdominal muscle there, God, that is
How much protein are they feeding this guy that he's still this shredded after or all of this torture?
well. Keep in mind, even in the manga, Griffith's ribs were protruding his
Oh,
out of
Oh,
his
hello, my
chest.
baby.
Jesus.
Hello, my honey.
It's
Hello, my
by fire, baby.
rectangle.
My heart's on fire. If you well,
That's an
Dang,
I
Griffith.
interesting
you're tripping
simulated dolly
balls.
zoom there.
Dang, Griffith, you are shriveled
I
up as
really like
hell.
it.
Yeah. Uh,
The fact that he's missing all of his fingernails there,
Yeah.
and instead of the visual of the god hand standing inside of what it appears to be an inverted chapel, we get a foreshadowing of events to come without context.
Oh, jeez.
I am so tripping balls right now,
I am tripping so many fucking balls.
which
God.
is actually a which actually is a realistic a, a symptom of so much torture and being isolated inside of a dark, dank room.
We start to hallucinate.
If you wish to have further insight on on that. Go look up the doctor or who has actually he looked into all of the various things that Griffith had gone through for torture. Ah, the Holy See. An army we'd be seeing later in the manga, but unfortunately, in the unfortunately, their part in the anime gets placed into much quicker or into the series than expected. Because literally right after Guts confronts the spooky, scary skeletons in the Black Swordsman arc, or he immediately comes face to face with the Holy See, which is not how it went in the manga at all. Oh, Wounds is one of my favorite chapters in the Berserk manga.
Hmm.
You'll see why.
Meanwhile,
So it's been a whole year since that whole shindig in the last episode
Yeah,
happened.
this makes a lot more sense than it did in the 97 show, because we actually see the Band of the Hawk being ousted in the attempted assassination of them.
Which, by the way, it made just as much sense in the manga as well, since we actually did see that before, or
Mm-hmm.
or this. And here, unlike in the E97 anime, we actually get at one of the three Sirs not appearing in this adaptation.
um,
How
Ooh,
much of the year was covered in the manga, by the way?
none.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
god
Uh,
damn.
they could have expanded upon that in this.
Or in the 97
What the?
anime.
Oh, it's you. This crazy wild assassin.
Yeah, the Kushan on Assassin in Salat. Whom, by the way, is just goaded on the pure aspect of the fact that he's actually able to survive an encounter with Guts, as we'll see.
Who keeps messaging me? Nobody's messaging me. Why do I keep hearing these things?
Jesus.
Check one of your servers and check the notification settings.
I literally would have to go
I'm
into
not
my
even
settings
getting
to turn
pop-up
up the sound.
notifications. I'm just getting badink, badink, badink.
Jesus.
Except, bone trouserly.
Not gonna lie, like I had to go into the settings to disable the sounds, because it got so annoying on my end.
And another one of the Kushan warriors retreat as their as the army that they're escorting. He fights the Hawks.
Whoa. Huh.
Even if
Oh,
it's
hey,
not JB, even if it's not JB Blanc like in the
It.
film, he
Yeah.
sounds Salat sounds really good here.
Yeah.
Damn, Pippin,
Oh god dang. Ooh.
bitch.
Deus Ex
Sadly,
Machina.
Here
Sadly,
it
Guts'
goes.
first encounter with Salat was not adapted in this,
Hmm.
so it's kind of confusing. And when he calls him a street performer, whereas in the manga, there's a bit more merit.
Yeah. Oh, something I did
I
find out
love,
about Guts is a
I
Seiyu.
love,
Go ahead.
I love Pippin's little smirk there. He's like, "I knew you'd come back,"
But yeah.
or
I-
or if you'd rather interpret it as "Good to have you back, buddy."
Yeah.
Eh.
But yeah, something I
I
did
can't
find
help
out.
but liken this to Gandalf returning. Um, Lord of the Rings.
I swear, this series and Lord of the Rings made me love medieval warfare. Oh, and here we get someone messing around with aluminum for sound effects.
Oh, jeez.
Dang. His weapon
To
reminds me
be
of
fair, I don't
something.
think there's a better way to represent this weapon's strange movements.
Ooh. His weapon kind of reminds me of Takanaka Hanbei from Basra, where he fights with a sword,
Boom!
but it can split into multiple pieces, and it turns into sort of like a sword whip. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for judo.
Yeah, you know, I prefer jujitsu personally, but judo has its time and place.
But yeah, this and the Berserk or Dynasty Warriors game are the only two instances where Guts' his armor or post the 1 year time skip
Ah,
is
yes.
actually shown.
Berserk Musou. Yeah, I did find out Guts' actor, the Seiyu for him, has also done some on-camera stuff like Kamen Rider
Ye
O's.
Yeah, Hiroaki Iwanaga, it
Mm-hmm.
was a celebrity actor or first before he did voice acting, and I'm not a big fan of his voice work as Guts.
But I
Sounds a
did like him.
little
Yeah, but I
sounds a
did
little
like him in
too
Kamen Rider
Arnie.
O's. Yeah.
Too much like Schwarzenegger.
A little
Hmm.
bit in terms of, like, the screaming.
We're now
It's so.
picturing Japanese Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're welcome.
I mean, I find his voice okay, but I did like his role in Kamen Rider O's, where he was actually pretty good in that one.
Sure, he was.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I wasn't really a big fan of him as Guts.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I prefer the original Seiyu, Nobutoshi Kana,
Mm-hmm. And
although for
ironically
Casca
enough.
No, it was not.
although for
See.
Casca, well, don't forget Casca is venting out her frustrations and what she believed it was the case.
Hmm.
I prefer the "damn you" from the Advent's original dub.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, Carrie, yeah, I felt like was giving a lot more emotion here as Casca than Toho Yukinari
Mm-hmm.
in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
But then again, a number of the voice actors in the then got and I don't know, and she doesn't seem to have much credits to her name prior to this other than Casca.
Uh,
Casca, you really need some dick in your life.
I'm gonna look up what roles she has done prior.
Listen, honey, I'm the one who's supposed to be sticking something in you.
Either
Oh no, she's gotten quite a bit of credits.
Yeah, she was a Bullet in Blaze Blue.
Oh
Oh,
god, she's
yeah.
Kareen in Shippuden.
She's like the second voice, yeah. Let's see. Oh, she was Love Heart in
God,
King of Fighters 14.
she needs a pimp slap real bad.
It's like Casca knows that Guts was just doing what he felt he had to do on that moment,
Let's see. Yep.
and this is and she has had a lot of stress to deal with in the year. Hmm,
Hmm. All right. Let's see. Love
Well,
Heart in KOF 14. The NK cell in Cells at Work. And okay. Not a bad set of roles. But good enough.
Well, trying to unalive myself.
Excuse me.
And okay, she was Peppermint
Good
in Hi-Fi
God.
Rush.
So fucking dramatic.
Well, keep in mind, it's like Casca's just been clinging on to all of these things for a whole year, or deep down starting to believe that there was no hope for her and the others. Or so it's just she's just she was in a very rough spot, and Guts coming back, I ended up actually being very, very helpful to her.
Yeah, that's right, Guts.
Hey, that's there
Better
you go,
keep
Guts. Show her what's boss.
better keep her in check at this point onwards.
Chuck, I'm with you, and I damn near drowned.
Yeah, no shit, cause you got
Mm.
problems.
I got 99 problems and this bitch is one.
The biggest one.
Guess it took you long enough to realize, Casca.
And the best part is this pairing was not planned initially in the manga. It just sort of happened.
Hmm.
Miura is like, you know what? I'm gonna make this happen now because it just
He
works
had
so
to. I'd
well.
imagine he had to think this through. He's like, you know what? Screw it. Why not? Might as well.
Yeah, and this scene is beautiful. It is in sheer contrast to the scene we saw in the last episode.
Thank God, Guts, you are
And
looking
here,
fine as
just
heck.
yeah, it's like the two of them getting it on in the fucking woods in the forest right next to a goddamn waterfall.
And Guts is just being very gentle with her, or, and he's being very tender and whatnot.
Yeah, the fucking Hulkster over here is a more tender lover her
Than the girly man.
than Captain Twink McGurley man. Yes.
Casca's looks like, yeah,
And
permission
the funny thing
granted.
is, in the outtakes, we heard Guts make a lot of horse whinny noises. Is and Carrie's just like there's so many muscles. What do you grab onto? It's like having sex with a tree. I'm
Uh,
like, so Guts is a tree now, and all of a sudden in this adaptation, we get the
Biggest nut
he's
that
the
Guts has
right,
ever had.
well n-
ah,
well
oh shoot.
let's just say his let's just say his trauma is coming back to haunt him at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
Like
No,
this is like this part was outright horrifying.
uh, no, no. Guts, what are you doing?
Swordfish, 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 swordfish. God damn it! Why did we even set a safe word if we're not gonna use it?
God, there you go.
And the
The
scenery
Austin Powers
sensor is
style censorship.
the scenery sensor is actually really well done in this.
Admittedly cleverly hidden.
And Mark Drayson absolutely kills it here. Like, holy hell. His performance is amazing.
Oh, jeez, that fucking face.
Jesus.
The way his eyes are trembling as he's saying this. The fact that they couldn't fit this into the damn movie was just,
Yeah.
oh. Like Casca is just now seeing in Guts at his
Just
absolute, oh,
Vulnerable.
at yeah,
and
The
at
most, yeah, it's like,
vulnerable. This is the
she's
most vulnerable she has seen Guts.
yeah,
Mhm.
she's never,
almost have to.
like, she's never understood how damaged he really was until now.
It's like almost at his lowest.
I fucked it up, I fucked it up.
Uh, oops.
Feel so bad, but once was happy, now it's sad. I never love again, my world is ending. Wish that I could turn back time, 'cause
I
now the
still,
guilt is on mine.
still like the detail, also the little details of Casca's arrow wounds. One's right here and there. Like it goes to show that she is far from flawless in terms of how her skin looks.
This is kind of, I suppose I could say that this was kind of the inspiration for how I write Captain America and Wonder Woman's relationship in the MDCU.
Yeah.
Because
Oh my
a
god.
bit less
Uh, bad touch? Question mark.
yeah,
Uh
a bit less explicitly, but yeah.
and I know this animation looks a little oh, and I know this part of the animation looked a little lazy.
Just like pan it down. It's like this. Oh.
Just leave it to Rule 34 in order to do better.
And now we're back to the film footage.
Please don't rescue Griffith.
Um,
Let's
they
just
don't know
kill
yet,
him and put
Alex.
him out of our misery and his.
Get rid of that little devil bead necklace thingy.
Skinny narcissistic twink.
Yeah. Whoa, guts. Um,
God, just roll with it.
have faith.
So
How
in this
many more
adaptation, they've
episodes?
made at least at least at least 4 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, plus whatever special features are left on here. So, is everybody ready to go?
Yep.
As ready as I'll be. Yep.
3, a 2, and a 1.
I know.
So, it's interesting to know that in this version, Guts and Casca have made love at least 3 times. And so it's certainly in. So I have to say they both have pretty impressive stamina.
They also have a ready supply of water.
Yep. Oh, and then we get this scene. It's interesting to place it in this context as opposed to where it was in the manga, which was which was after Guts has left the Hawks. So it being placed here is certainly interesting.
Here we go.
He's got his
frontal
massive
melee.
weapon and his sword out.
I'm warning you, buddy. I got 2 swords on me right now, and I'm prepared to take you out with both.
You better hope I
Really
hit you with the
now?
small metal one instead of the large fleshy one.
I will
And
rock
Skull
out
Knight
with my sword out.
and Skull Knight's just like, seriously? That's where we're at right
Jesus
now?
Christ, dude. And what the hell?
You know, a number of people were actually speculating who was going to be voicing the Skull Knight in the English dub, because it was just so up in the air when the third movie was announced. Because it's like okay, so you had to go through a bunch of people in NYAV's talent pool, and some people came up with Scotty Ray, which would have
Yeah.
been interesting. And another person actually came up with the guy who does end up voicing him, which was Jameson Price, since he does do work for NYAV Post.
Ah, yes.
No, it's kind of
Jameson
weird to think
Price.
that Skull Knight would make a great voice for Keith David.
That would have been a bit expensive.
Yeah.
I know it'd be expensive. I'm just imagining it.
Now, funnily enough, this draws an interesting parallel to Fate Zero, because Skull
Oh
Knight,
boy.
in both English and Japanese, is voiced by Iskandar
Akio Otsuka.
and
Yep.
Jameson Price.
and Jameson Price. So either way, he's voiced by Ryder.
You know, Skull Knight could be a writer,
The chaddest of the Chad writers.
grand
Yeah,
writer.
too bad Ed Price ended up deciding to sell his soul to Hollywood politics when it
God.
came to voicing Yasutora Sato, aka Chad.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the guy they got to replace him is several times better than he was by the full Obring arc.
Alan Mesa.
Oh, hi,
Alan
Skeletor.
Mesa, yes.
What brings you here? Yeah, Seaman.
I'll
I'm here.
get you this time.
I'm here to tell you.
Oh,
So kill
God.
all white-haired sons of bitches.
I swear to God, if we ever get to doing a Berserk parody, Alex, you're just gonna end up making Skull Knight sound like Skeletor.
Yes.
I'll get you this time, Guts.
I think the better joke would be like, hold on a sec. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
Oh, no, that's my brother.
And this scene was actually actually the first scene that was showcased for or the Advent before it came out in theaters in Japan.
Also, Guts is naked. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
The only
The
thing
man
left
was about to
was
fight
the
the Skull Knight with
footprints.
butt ass naked.
So we obviously ended up skipping the whole scene of them of of the band and the Hawk preparing to go out and get to Griffith, as well as them sneaking through a great cave site.
We had that moment now.
We're nearing the dungeon.
Okay, I guess one more episode.
Let me guess, Princess Charlotte.
Hey.
Yep, Charlotte was the one who helped the band of the Hawk. So interestingly enough, what was cut out before they entered the tower, or was not only Judo assassinating the two guards that were guarding it, but also oh god, also
Ah,
Casca and Charlotte having a nice little talk. However, in this scene, we get some world building that was missing from the 97 anime.
wow, that is some very interesting armor.
Yep. Oh, it is very much all but outright confirmed that the Skull Knight was Emperor Geiseric.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
And now we get a bit more foreshadowing as to what's to come.
Oh no, please don't tell me the place is gonna burn down.
Nope. Look at all those.
Ah,
I'm
all of the
sure you've seen
symbol.
that mark before.
Hmm.
Ugh, yeah, it would stink after a while. Like all that dried up blood.
Mhm.
I also like the sound design of like the subtle movements of the armor
Hmm.
or moving
Damn.
alongside the
Somebody
characters.
needs a fucking
Ooh,
sensu bean.
Jesus Christ! Somebody
I don't
feed
even
that man.
I don't even know if a sensu bean would actually help in this situation.
Yes, it would. That's the rules of sensu beans.
Dang,
Have
he at this
bandages
point,
healing.
dude needs to be properly nourished and fed.
He can't be he can't actually be fed because he's lost his tongue.
Oh, god dang it!
Casca! Get a grip!
Casca, get the sensu beans. Actually, that's something I want to see, like a joke version of Berserk, where they just have sensu beans.
Goku if Goku was in Berserk.
Yeah, but would he be able to swallow one without a tongue?
You don't have to have a tongue to swallow.
Fair enough. Oh, wow, Guts, you told Griffith about your choking fetish too. Okay, look, Griffith, I prefer to be the choker, not the chokee. So Guts ends up mistaking Griffith's intention and as though he were happy to see him, because Griffith at this point is very hateful towards Guts.
Yeah. We need
Me.
to just put him out of his misery, guys. Just turn
Come
his
on.
180 degrees. He has no muscle on that neck. Just turn it all the way around.
Just
Oh, hi, Quasimodo.
this big.
How
Oh,
will
you
I
should hear
escape?
what
Motherfucker, I've got a sword. I can
you
bust
should
that thing open.
you should hear what Patrick Seitz has to say about this guy in the outtakes.
Mm,
And Casca, meanwhile, in the outtakes is also like, seriously? Nobody was watching the door?
Oh,
you sir
Whether
have
or
such a punchable face.
Whether this guy is
oh.
voiced by Liam O'Brien or Jason Marnoka, he's just so disgusting.
Interesting.
Are we just gonna stand around and do nothing, or are we gonna do something? Thank you. Jeez, took long
Ugh.
enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, take that, torture.
Going to hell for the crime of having bad breath, more so than anything else.
God damn. Yeah, take that. Oh, when did you guys get here? What the heck?
oh, here we go.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
damn!
Ooh.
Gus is not fucking around.
Jeez.
No.
Mhm.
Clever usage. Shame we don't get the assassins or we all's posse to try to stop the Hawks from getting Griffith back.
Yeah.
I mean, there were likely plans to have we all at least in here, but they ended up having it's likely they ended up having to scrap it. Just because WB and their infinite wisdom loves to reduce the runtime
Oh yeah, well
of animated
they
features.
Warner Brothers recently fucked up the Uzumaki anime.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a
goddamn.
lot, David Saslab.
It's amazing how one man can ruin so much.
Uzumaki, yet another anime that we'll probably never get to an adaptation.
Rebels and Traitors are technically two different things, but eh.
I actually like this little strategy here. Like they are positioning those shield ults perfectly in front of the horses, is making sure to get
Um,
every single arrow. Ow!
Ooh.
Ooh,
Not today.
he's gonna be having a headache.
Yep.
Please don't.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't think
Princess.
you'll want to see him again.
No.
Let's just say that a god out in Berserk land might be interested in her plea.
God
Yeah.
on high, hear
So that
my
she may have more
prayer
opportunities with Griffith.
in my need. You have always been there. He
Uh-oh.
is young, he is afraid. Let him rest,
It's a good thing.
heaven blessed. Come
It's a
on,
good thing
come on,
Pippin's
just let
armor
one
is
of those
pretty
stray
basic.
arrows go straight through something important.
Pulls out 2 maces.
Let's see if you have the guts to stop us. Oh, wait. You do have guts. I just spilled them.
They actually gave Griffith a pair of pants. A nice, comfy pair of pants. Solomon Grundy want pants too.
Hold it.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Corcus. How we get this
Oh, the
interesting
asshole was
moment?
good for something after all.
All forces Chuge.
Say.
Ah,
Instead, charge, you dumbass.
Okay.
oh, Corcus, you buffoon.
God, you are an idiot.
Fucking
He-
retarded.
Indeed. But
Ah.
that is one of the funniest bits in here.
Hi, Goku.
Fuck yeah! With our new album.
I guessed on.
I think I saw someone that looks like Corcus's twin.
I want you inside me. What?
Oh, so you say, Casca.
It's always interesting to see that Judo is passing the time with
Carving.
carving wooden objects.
Probably planning to sell them as antiques.
Or either that or just helps pass the time.
For now.
Just shove the fucking...
So originally in the
shove
manga, when
shove the spoon down his throat. Come on.
so in the originally in the manga, when Guts puts on Griffith's armor, or Weald ends up stripping him of that armor and removing some of his bandages to display him in front of the Hawks as he tries to get Griffith to use the Bailet to summon the God Hand.
Mm.
So yeah, because that is actually foreshadowed. That is actually supposed to be foreshadowed at this point. So it's technically not really a spoiler since it was supposed to be a thing. However, Zod ends up ripping him in two with the torture rack.
Casca, I can see you.
And Casca is feeling quite a lot of hope drained from her body.
All hope is lost.
They ended up having to explain what was going on with Rickard as opposed to having him stay
Cork it.
behind with the
Oi,
wounded
mate.
members of the Hawk.
Oi, mate, why is Kilkus bad CG?
It really did a number on Griffith. The torture, I mean. Yeah.
Hey, Pippin, do you mind just breaking him over your knee?
Sorry, Alex. This is a canon event. Sorry, Alex, but this is a canon event. We need.
Canon events are bullshit.
Well, if he hadn't done that incident, none of this would have happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If
All
Griffith
he
had
had to do was
never,
keep it in his pants for a couple more weeks and he would have been fine.
yeah, yeah, and Guts, yeah, Guts, and unfortunately, Guts had made plans with Casca to leave.
Mm.
Yep.
You know, fuck it. Yeah, Griffith's your problem now. Oh, these two can go.
He says,
Hey,
Griffith,
Hey,
Griffith,
Griffith, you can sit in the cuck
what?
chair. In fact, you're
Oh,
sitting in the
Griffith,
cuck chair right now.
Griffith be like, hurry! He
Dang.
is
I
he is
think,
coping, seething, and or malding.
yeah. Now he's just a salty mofo that he saw Griffith and, I mean, Guts and
Come on,
Casca
let's
hugging.
just inject the cyanide directly into his brain. I'm sure his bones are soft enough for it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Christopher Cromer has been doing
Yeah.
voice work lately, because he's always he's a
Yeah.
treat as Judo.
Yeah. It's honestly a miracle he got to come back for this.
Alright.
Oh my god. This is too much for him.
Just let him take time to process all this.
It's so hard to say no to these guys.
Yeah.
Alright, well, as long as we throw Griffith down the nearest well, I'm sure we'll be alright. Just as long as there's not a little red necklace thing with a face on it at the bottom.
You might as well
Speaking
burn
of,
them.
after all this, I actually have some pity for Griffith.
Really?
You
You
could
know, I actually fucking
Guts, you
hated
could
him
lift
initially.
you could lift this man above your head and just rip him in two. And it's like Griffith's like, you want a piece of me? No, I want two.
Alex is at this point now imagining himself pile driving a currently a post-torture Griffith over the
Freaking go full on
o
Zangief on
over
his
the
ass.
ring.
I'm getting a triple power bomb into a spinning pile driver.
So watch out. My God.
Oh, good luck trying to do a freaking spinning pile driver on a freaking hitbox arcade stick
I
controller.
can do a fucking spinning pile driver in real life to somebody that small.
Yeah, have you?
I'll
Man,
use
what are
his
the
body as
context
a
of that?
cushion for my knees. I'll be all right.
Okay.
I'm curious about the context of what was the source of the events that led to that.
Yeah, seriously, the ending animation should have had at least a difference in how the Baylet's eyes, nose, and mouth
Yeah, if it would have like
are
gotten
positioned.
slowly closer and closer.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, we're here.
god!
We're here.
Yes.
We're getting the preview for what's next.
Oh, no. The
Time.
eclipse.
Oh,
It's
yep.
time for the eclipse.
Oh no.
Next
Oh,
3
Rhino, you're
episodes, guys.
well, Rhino, you're in for a trip.
Hmm. How many episodes after this now?
Hang on, I have to get something.
Just
I have
this
to get
one
something for
and
this.
this upcoming one and 2 more. All right,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna pause and then I'm gonna pause and use the restroom real quick. So I'll be
Yep,
right
yep.
back.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Yep.
Why can't you just open the thing in the window that's already there, VLC? Why do you always gotta open it up in a new one?
God damn VLC. Why do you gotta be so anal? Yeah, I said it.
Anal indeed. Anal retentive.
Only a while till I get my physical copy of the MVC collection on Switch. It's so weird. You know what? I don't mean to go off topic, but like the digital version of the game just came out like around the end of September, but then if you want to get a physical copy, yeah, you're gonna have to wait till like the end of November. Which is ugh. God dang it. Yep.
I have returned,
Welcome back.
and it's.
So
I
two
have a
more episodes?
confession.
Yeah.
2 more episodes after this one.
Alright, hopefully it'll be just in time for me to have dinner.
It's every time I come back to this series, whenever I'm rewatching the Golden Age arc or even rereading it, I never like coming back to this specific part.
Nobody does.
It's the part
It's
that could have been yeah. I wish it had a different outcome, like one that was proper.
well, not it wasn't necessarily improper. It's just
But just
mm,
leaves me raising an eyebrow.
it it makes me sad.
It doesn't get a proper conclusion.
Well, we're hoping that the manga gets a proper conclusion.
Oh,
I mean, we did get a manga chapter recently.
yeah. I know.
Yep.
I know that they've been keeping the manga going even after he died.
Yep.
All right, we are ready, I believe.
Kintaro Miura, that's his name, right?
Yep.
I couldn't pull him up for a moment.
All right, so are we all set and ready to go?
Yep.
Mhm.
In 3, 2, One.
Come on.
Yeah, they had to explain that Rickart's been out scouting, but at the very least we actually have in this adaptation, we at least have a better explanation as to what happened to Rickard as opposed to him him having a him not we're not even sure if he survived the encounter with the demons in the forest. It's in the manga. Because in the manga, Rickard stayed behind with the wounded, and while they waited to rendezvous with the other members of the Hawks, but he was the only survivor, and the Skull Knight had saved him from these demons that were led by Rosine, who is the main villain of the Lost Children arc,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the more tragic ones.
Whoa, Griffith. No need to
And
be
this is
so.
Griffith
No need to be so.
desperately trying to assert any form of dominance he might have still had.
Yeah.
No way in hell you're gonna be exerting your dominance in that frail state of yours.
And the thing is, Casca is taking pity on him.
I wouldn't do
Mm-hmm.
that if I were you,
Probably what she
Casca.
doesn't want.
She doesn't know. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
because at that point she still somewhat worshipped Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
And yet here he is.
We're only going to be seeing this intro animation one more time after this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those four characters that we see right there are in the brief flashes during this. That those
Mm-hmm.
were Farnese, Serpico, Isidro, and Shirk.
Hmm.
Sounds
Is
like
that
that sounds like the name of the villains from Animorphs.
although weirdly enough, of Eva Lara, the other elf that travels with our heroes, does not appear at all in that intro animation. And here we
Hmm.
get a scene that was meant to be in the third movie, but they didn't have a place for it.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Greg Chun, I believe.
Ah, yes, Greg Chun.
So yeah, that was a scene that was actually showcased as part of promotional material for the Golden Age Arc trilogy that they didn't have a place for in the movie until the Memorial Edition added it in.
Hmm.
So, in short, the scene went ultimately unused, if I had to guess.
Pretty much. And like I said, at least it gave a better explanation as to what Rickard was doing, like instead of having an off-screen survival encounter with demons.
Mm.
At the very
Yeah.
the manga made sense of that, but the 97 anime did not.
Hmm.
This is not nothing. You know it.
Hey, Are you sure about that, Casca?
We all know what you're crying over. Jeez.
It's like she wants to go, but she can't bring herself to leave Griffith. Like, this is legitimately hard for her.
Come on, Guts, give her a hug or something.
Just
Uh,
run in there and wring that
um,
stupid bastard's neck.
not a good. I'm not sure that's a good idea for your guts to say.
Well, it's just that and suddenly she has gloves.
Huh? Because it's
That has
magic.
never not been
Goo.
jarring to me, no matter how many times I've seen this. It's like she's in the scene briefly barehanded, but then in another shot, she suddenly has her gloves on. Oh, the ants are crawling all over the meat.
Ah.
Enter Sandman.
So this is also yet another symptom of one realistic symptom of one who's been tortured for so long in the way that Griffith was, where he's envisioning a version of himself that was much more capable than he was. It's
Yeah.
more clearly conveyed in the manga and the 97 anime, where it's his adult self and then later his kid self. But here, or I feel it like it still makes sense for the fact that his child self is still yearning for that dream.
Oh, hey, young Griffith, voiced by, I presume, Barbara Goodson and
Yeah,
Veronica
I think it's
Taylor.
still yeah, I think it's still Barbara.
Yeah. What the? What the? Hmm. I think I'll be it briefly in the 97 series by Veronica Taylor.
Yeah, he was voiced by Veronica in the 97 show. So in the manga and the 97 anime, he was driving a horse-drawn carriage as opposed to stealing some rando's horse. So at the very least, is they actually have an explanation for why Guts doesn't have his armor or his sword, as opposed to the 97 anime, which couldn't provide an explanation for that.
Mm-hmm.
The manga explained it through Guts breaking his sword against Weald while also losing his armor in that same fight. Now, in the manga, when Griffith is sent flying, he believes that he ends up having a dream of sorts. It's where he sees Casca as someone who's just tending to him while her child with guts is just wandering about out in the house. That was until he sees the Bela and then he wakes up from the dream.
Which is something we saw in the 97 show.
Ooh. And Griffith just tries to push himself up, but then he breaks his right arm.
Oh,
Ooh.
Come on.
God, God,
Come on, break some more. Break some more.
God dang.
Kill yourself.
God dang
You
it,
should kill
Griffith,
yourself now.
God dang it, Griffith, you freaking son of a gun.
I have to imagine how hard it must be to try to laugh while you sound like you don't have a tongue.
He's
Oh, there's a
contemplating
wooden.
it.
He's
He's
Come on.
contemplating.
contemplating it.
Come on. Do it. Do it, you pussy.
He found what he was that he yearned for.
Do it. There's only a couple
Attempted
more inches. Do
suicide,
it.
Jutsu.
Come on.
God, show up anytime.
Oh my God, he's struggling to move up.
Do it. Do it. Don't be a bitch, bitch.
Quit dragging this on and get on with it.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it.
I feel like right. I feel like you and Alex are rooting for two different things.
I just want this scene to stop dragging on.
God dang it, Fly, get away from me.
You didn't. I'm not even sure if those dragonflies bite.
I am.
Dragonflies
I
are
don't think
harmless.
I don't think they can bite humans.
Who knows?
Mm,
Anyway, unfortunately, it seems that in the midst of Griffith's despair event horizon,
he
he
found what
found
Found
he
it.
it.
needed. Oh no.
Dur, 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 or no way, more appropriate tune. Da, na, 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 da, da, na, na.
What the fuck is this? Ghosts and goblins?
Well, we're about to get at, some variant of both here.
Oh no.
There's the
Oh,
solar eclipse.
here it comes. Hey.
I tried
Griffith.
syncing up Ender Sandman to this, and it didn't work, Alex. I feel like I've influenced our friend here.
Oh no. Oh no. Wow.
Sit light, and tonight,
Oh no.
take my hand.
Oh shit.
We're off to Never Never Land.
God fucking damn it. One of my cables
No.
is messed up.
Ooh.
Get the thing away from him, Guts.
So, for context's sake, the reason why Alex is playing Enter Sandman and here is because of the fact that I was queuing up Enter Sandman during the 97 anime on my end, and it thankfully didn't pick up on the microphone, but
Holy, what in
welcome
God's
to the
name?
Nexus with Open Bar.
God damn.
Alex.
Yeah.
You made your point.
So there's a reason why I suggested it for Hooked on a Feeling to play during the scene when the God Hand shows up in this version, as opposed to the as opposed to the Four Horsemen like it was like I would normally do for or or the '97 anime. All right, come on, get up. Huh? He didn't have that when we rescued him.
The bell. Should have. Oh my god. Should have got rid of. Destroyed the thing guts. Come for what?
Ooga chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga ooga chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga
I
ooga
can't
ooga
stop
chaka,
this
ooga ooga
feeling
ooga chaka, ooga ooga
deep
ooga chaka,
inside of
ooga ooga
me.
ooga chaka,
Girl,
ooga
you look
ooga
good.
ooga chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga ooga
Don't
ooga.
you mean Google Gobble all of
I'm
us?
hooked on a feeling.
Shit.
I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Oh. Hi, Miyuki
Lips as
Sawashiro.
sweet as candy. Taste is on my mind. Girl, you just me thirsty for another cup of wine.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
titties.
go
Oh,
for
that's
you,
cooch too.
girl.
Oh man.
I don't need no cure.
Hi,
I just
Miyuki
let you
Sawashiro.
thing if you can be
Never thought I'd see you here.
sure. And just good.
Oh wow, that is just not hiding anything at all.
Wow,
Give
they're
it
not
up,
afraid to hide.
girl.
Show it.
Till you turn me on. I'm
Oh,
Oh,
hooked
this.
it's the fat fuck from
on a
earlier.
feeling.
Oh man.
I'm Modoc.
I'm high on believing
That
that
you're in
you're
love
in
with
love with
me.
me. Yeah. Mhm.
You know, considering that fucked up the this thing fucked up my my transition into the distortion bit of
Good
Enter Sandman,
girl.
I'm throwing this cable
Ooga,
away. I'm
ooga,
buying a new
ooga,
fucking
chaka.
cable.
Ooga, 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 chaka. Ooga, 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 chaka. Ooga,
Hi, Liam O'Brien.
It's
ooga.
like
I'm
I hit the
hooked on a
overdrive on the amp,
feeling.
and then all of a sudden
I'm high on believing
the cable leading from the
that
noise
You're
you're
suppressor
in
into
welcome.
the
love
amp
with
itself just
me.
cut out. So
On a
that's fucking great.
feeling. I am
Oh my
believing.
goodness. It's him.
Okay, I'm done with hooked on a feeling. But yeah, every time this version of the God Hand pops up, I always play hooked on a feeling just because it syncs up better.
Huh.
Because that's all because the Uga Chaka is all I could think of when I think of ominous chanting. His voice may be old, maybe much older now, but he still carries. What do you think, Alex?
Oh yeah, he's doing good.
You still got it. Heck yeah.
Believe it has
She's
been
wearing a
revealed that
corset.
yep, that is Salon with her demonetizable body.
And they're just doing nothing. I love how oh yeah, they're just doing fucking nothing to use those. You'd think that they'd use that for
They-
strategic censorship, but it's like, no,
I
you're
know.
just going to get full frontal from every goddamn angle. And only
And
the thought
The team knew what they were doing.
yeah, and only the thought of obscuring her is going to come to mind.
And
I wonder if there's a hentai out there that involves the sacrifice
is.
being coming down a long shaft from a pair of balls into her
Have I?
into her large receptacle.
Surprisingly,
I know
yes.
what you people on the internet are like.
okay, so the
Surprisingly,
other
yes.
members of the God Hand.
No.
and
He's
the
already
short-
a monster. He's just being turned into more of a monster.
So the short little guy is called Ubik, and he is voiced by Jason Marnoka in this version.
AKA
Yeah.
Helvis. AKA
So-
both Slade Wilson and Deathstroke.
Hmm.
We have to stress that it's both versions because now Deathstroke is ready. And as for Void, he is voiced by John Avner, or as we've mentioned. And the last member of the God Hand, Conrad, is voiced by Sean Schimmel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Slon, I believe, is voiced by Cindy Robinson using the alias Simone Montgomery.
Yeah. God damn.
Really like how the 3D animation really works in this particular scene's favor.
God damn it, Griff, you son of a gun. Come on, climb up.
Climb up
Oh,
that
wait.
gigantic right hand.
Wow.
Now imagine if
Mm.
all
What's
but
that-
one of those.
What's that
Imagine if all
hand?
but,
That the Hand of Glory, that's what I'm thinking of.
Mm.
imagine if all four of those fingers, except for one, decides to close. And Void's like, okay, why isn't the finger I'm standing on closing?
Wait the darn minutes.
Can I just say that this is kind of dragging on?
Don't worry, we're almost done.
No, that's not what I mean. It just seems like
Elaborate.
whatever kind of story this is trying to get to, it sure is taking its sweet time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, not.
well, don't worry about that because the series ends soon, and we're never going to get there unless you want to watch that shitty 3D show.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's why I told you, Rhino, to read the manga.
yeah. So if you, I
I
appreciate.
know, Kevin.
Yeah,
I
we'll
know.
get there.
I'm not saying I won't read it.
I have a couple of the volumes. Actually, I only have one, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, I thought I looked at another one recently, but it was more than I wanted to pay for it. So
Right. Which, by the way, volume 24, volume 42 is currently available. So, are we ready for the penultimate episode of this?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
in 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
So, since this aired on a weekly basis, we're getting a brief recap.
Yeah. Makes sense. Kind of open the episode.
Yeah, at the very least, I would still rather listen to Aria than I would listen to Tell Me Why by Pen Pals.
Yeah.
What is it you fear? We who are infinitely more powerful than you. Or perhaps it is the future. Path which you'll best follow. And we will see that foundation after the intro.
Mhm.
Oh boy, is it a hell of a foundation. Huh. So I found some interesting Mega Man X fan art.
Uh, hmm.
One where it's X holding little chibi versions of Axel and Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, Zero's got chibi versions of X and Axel in his hair, and Axel's just got chibi versions of X and Zero on his head.
Hmm.
Hmm. Uh,
I feel like Axel's kind of an underrated character in the Mega Man X series.
Yeah.
because he came on
Shame
in
the
Berserk
game.
X7,
Shame the
that's
game he
why.
debuted in was shit.
But
Yeah.
X8, he's actually pretty good.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
And Command Mission.
I have yet
He
to
was,
get to Command Mission, but I do have a copy of it.
Hmm.
it's alright.
I have the GameCube version, so I could actually play it because I can't play it on my PlayStation 5.
Ah, Sony, what the hell's gone? You really shot yourselves in the foot.
What happened with the?
Yep.
Did they not? What's wrong with the Mega Man games on PS5?
Well,
No.
no. We're talking about like
No.
how Sony shot themselves in the foot with each console release. Like,
Oh yeah.
Backward
All
compatibility,
right. Now we're in Gri- in the foundation of Griffith's past,
Again.
the storm of death. And now we're suddenly surrounded by lots and lots of dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, representative of all the people Griffith has killed and will kill to achieve the uh,
The goal. The goal.
twisted fucking dreams he has.
Well, let's also not forget the people who have died for that dream.
Uh-huh.
Count Julius and Lord Genon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, to explain a bit further, Ubit.
Gosh, she sounds like the Twitterati.
oh Jesus.
So, essentially, this is meant to be Ubik using Griffith's deepest despair to manipulate him into making this choice is by also using what was already there to begin with. And there he is. So, and the
Yeah, you remember
and the
what I
Japan
said about them just not doing anything to restrict her nudity?
Mm-hmm.
again, she has a very demonetizable body.
Yep.
Yes.
So, oh, can I get your number?
Ah.
That was also in the outtakes for this part. Pile them up. Take all you have left. All you need to do is chant the phrase, I sacrifice, and you shall be granted raven black wings, upon which you shall soar through the heavens. I know my timing was a little off, but I was more going for the original delivery of that line. Of the thousands of comrades and the tens of thousands of enemies, you're the only one who made me forget my dream.
Hmm.
I sacrifice. So yeah, Griffith just chose to offer up every single member of the Hawks here as sacrifice. The threads bundled by the laws of causality have now been bound. The promised time has come.
Oh, good. Oh,
Look at the
shit.
lighting change when the brands come out. Everything
Oh,
immediately goes from blue to red.
oh, Jesus, everyone is branded with the symbol.
Yep.
Yeah. And if anybody had watched the 97 show, this is the point in time in which that brand showing up made sense.
Yep.
Oh no, the hell. Here come the hell dogs.
No hounds on your trail,
And
boy.
all those, that is a lot of grotesque, now been marked with the
Jesus
brand of
Christ.
sacrifice.
Jesus
The
Christ,
lives of those who bear the brand,
superstar.
from the last drop of blood to the last moment of your agonizing death, will feed life to the new child of darkness.
Hey, what would these monsters do against, say, a 50 caliber machine gun?
They would have a bunch of them actually tank in quite a few blows
What
before they
about
actually get in there.
what about the one what about the minigun held by heavy weapons guy?
If as long as the medic is there, he would be unstoppable. Oh, Pippin.
Oh, no, Pepe.
Doctor!
So so the thing is that when Totally Not Mark made his review of this series, and he went into this part, he ended up pointing out how the eclipses at the darkest hour, or everybody would be showing who they truly are.
Mm-hmm.
And Pippin and Judo certainly showed that they were very genuine with all of their heart. Meanwhile, Rickard is out here.
You know, push his way out.
And that's what they would look like on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. All the members of the Hawks are in that tornado.
Well, you know, that's what makes us humans being.
Okay, so this is the fight from the outsider's
Ooh!
perspective.
Yeah,
Hi, Skeletor.
Skull
And
Knight's having an epic duel with Sod. Which,
yeah.
by the way, in the manga, we didn't really get a fight. We didn't
No
really
matter
get to
what you do,
see
Zod,
the.
I will find him. Wait, that's my line.
So in the manga, all that happened was these two chatting it up before they fought, which was off screen. But here we actually get to see a fight before they talk.
Hmm.
You were given the order to guard the gate, immortal one. Hardly. I have no interest in their indulgence spree, old friend. Meanwhile, back inside,
Oh, Jesus.
and
Dang, that
Corcus.
is... Jesus.
Oh,
Ah!
and the way that sounded, it like that thing cut through like plated armor.
Damn, the despair.
Yeah, Corcus is fully succumbed to the despair and is now believing that this is just some horrible dream.
Man, some people would in this situation.
Yeah, funny enough, I just found a piece of fan fiction that portrays it as one of as just a bad dream. It's not very good otherwise. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside.
Oh,
Call
no,
my name
no.
and save me from the tits.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
This is...
By the
Isn't
way,
that where all of them go?
by the way,
No, I'm
that
kidding.
that apostle posing as a sexy naked chick, that's the first demon that Guts kills in the manga.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's
Um.
that's a xenomorph.
So,
That's a sexy xenomorph.
oh, Alex, I remember that was the part where you were like, "It's a trap. She's got a penis."
Young
Hey, I'm
boy,
a
play
silly
dead.
monster. Trying to save him from what he wants.
Oh, now they're censoring her. But we saw titties earlier, so...
Well, we see her. Well, we see parts of her. I think we saw part of her folds.
Well, I'm talking about, like, we just saw, like, the creature that turned into the sexy alien. Oh, that's
Oh.
huh. That's an SCP, I think.
Ugh.
Jesus. That is something I do not want to deal with. No, Judo.
He was the one that a lot of people really liked.
Oh.
This would be the only demon that Casca gets to kill.
Poison,
Okay, well, you know what we do now? We take pieces of that monster and use them to patch you up. There's nothing that could possibly go wrong if we do that, right?
I swear they easily could have slayed that monster with all that carnage done to him.
And now, and unlike in the original version of the Advent, we actually get Ed Judo to have some last words.
Good God, Crunchyroll, can you at least, like, put these on
Hmm.
separate lines so they're not running into each other?
You know, it's even more baffling that even some of the fan sites even do a better job than freaking Crunchyroll. At least attempt to put some effort into it.
Well, you know.
In the 97 anime and the manga, Casca gets a little bit of a last stand here against one of these demons, but
We need the BFG 9000.
They,
I think that's the only conclusion we can come to.
they unfortunately catch her and make her naked.
Yeah, that's right. Guts use that horn as a weapon.
Ugh. Yeah, If anything, Guts is good at improvised
We
weaponry.
need we need to
Ah,
give Guts some bright green armor.
What would that do?
It would give him Berserker Rage.
Well, you say that now, but you've also seen glimpses of the Berserker armor that he would later wear, or
No,
in the
no, no.
manga.
I'm talking about not if he puts on the Berserker pack with it.
You want him to go completely out of
I
control?
want him to go rip and tear until it's done, god damn it.
So you want him to go Doom Guy on them?
Yes.
It took me a bit to figure out what you were referencing. Oh,
oh, here
oh,
it
the
comes.
the
That's Master
graphic
of Puppets, but it's close enough.
the graphic depiction ends in s- in this part is just like I feel like a lot of this was like a rough storyboard or that's been colored, but I feel like that's part of the intent.
Ooh, yeah. It makes it... Yeah, it's like an artistic rendition of, shitty memories.
And this is a bit more of a philosophical thing because as this is Griffith viewing many of mankind's various atrocities, is as the people all that he has led all this time. I'm just, are getting slaughtered. And if you had seen the and if you've seen in the unreleased chapter or the manga, which was where Griffith encountered this universe's version of God,
Is this Berserk or
essentially,
2001: A Space Odyssey?
you know, the weird thing is, I think they might have intended for that to be a symbolism of his transcendence. Because you know how in 2001: A Space Odyssey, there's like we've transcended,
Mhm.
Mm.
and it was that a bit of a drug trip. Which, by the way, the quote unquote god of this universe is essentially humanity's need of pinning something that all of their misfortune on some kind of deity of sorts. So it's
Makes
a
sense.
being that forged itself based off of that,
Is this kind of like blaming God for giving them life that they didn't need?
I suppose. Oh,
Oh my god.
oh.
This is not good.
Oh no. And unlike in the manga and the 97 anime, Guts doesn't even get to talk with Gaston before he dies. No, he's just there, dead.
Damn, they
Yeah.
just murdered him.
Goku. That was also in the outtakes.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to bring up. So those brands that were put onto each member of the Band of the Hawk, those things cause a lot of pain just from being in proximity to a demon. Ugh.
No, Pippin!
And there's the Count, who would be a character in the Black Swordsman arc. Guts would later kill that guy. In that arc. And all of these demons are just surrounding him and laughing at him. Ooh.
Huh. So, I have a couple of,
Oh,
na Griffith. Na
Oh,
Griffith.
no. Now we're going to get to the definitive part of why everybody and their mothers despise Griffith with a burning passion. As if all of this wasn't enough.
Yep. Yep.
But that'll be
Griffith got on that super gear.
Mm.
so now Griffith looks like a Maybelline icon.
my God, you look. Wow, what's the word I'm
Is he
looking
gonna do a
for?
cover of Playgirl next?
Oh God.
One more
Alright.
episode, guys.
Alright.
Fun fact, did you know that Kip Winger, the lead singer of Winger, was in an issue of Playgirl once? Completely clothed.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna pose for Playgirl, but I'm gonna keep my clothes on.
And everybody and everybody working for that magazine is like, the hell, man.
Hey,
We
hey,
want to at least see half of you naked. Doesn't necessarily need to be the lower half.
Alright, what about the top half? My head is not clothed. Technically, I don't know how you can clothe a head. The thing you can put on a head is a hat. And hats that cover subsequently more of your face. Kip, can you shut the fuck up? You're gonna get a Sheba on us about what the definition of clothes is. See, in this episode, it should have at least been the full face.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be that.
Yeah.
Much to my
Chagrin.
dismay. Yeah. So now we're on the last episode, and
God fucking damn it. Move.
Uh,
Okay, there we go. Are we ready to go?
no,
Yeah.
but let's do it anyway.
3, 2,
Yeah.
get it over
1.
with.
Yeah.
Recap from last time.
Last time on Griffith Ball Z, Griffith killed all of his friends. Yay!
I wouldn't say that with that shot of his disemboweled back.
But where's Mary? Pippin, you never told me where Mary was! You didn't eat him, did you?
Oh no, he's still in the Shire. I have to imagine that when these creatures found Judo, how eviscerated he ended up of being at that point.
That line delivery though. Oh no, Demon King!
Keep in mind, the voice Conrad is voiced by Goku.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. At this point, because of the nature of this scene, and I have now decided to christen the blanket that I have on me as my security blanket.
13 episodes. Oh, you guys planned this, didn't you?
13 volumes of the manga,
Yep.
too.
Oh no.
Except we adapted from the latter half of the 4th volume, all the way to this.
Oh god. Oh, that's on purpose. Holy shit. I just realized they're playing a high-pitched whining sound out of the left channel. It's like
And here we
in
go.
time with the
What we're about to see is one of the most heinous acts in fiction.
yeah. Hey,
You've been
if
warned.
you guys know all the times I've been calling for Griffith's murder and
This
telling
is
him to
why.
commit suicide. Yeah, this is why.
Let's also
He's-
keep in
He's
mind
about
while
to
he
get kid
is
fucked up.
let's
Now I
keep in
can see
mind while
why
he is doing let's keep in mind while he's doing all of this, that brand on Casca's chest, that is causing her immense pain. And she is as close to a God Hand member as humanly possible. So not
I-
only is he
I hate
torturing her through this, he is causing her severe pain by being near her.
I hate
No,
how
it's not.
he has this fucking detached clinical gaze. Like he's not even getting any pleasure out of this. He's just doing this to fuck with Guts.
He's almost straight up doing this out of spite.
Yes, that is exactly what he's doing. He is asserting
Like-
complete and utter dominance over Casca.
Well,
He's
Guts,
basically going, I'm better than
Spite
you,
Guts.
mofo. What are you gonna do about it now?
Guts, you put me in the cuck chair. How's it feel
Now I'm gonna
being
steal
there
that first.
yourself?
I'm gonna steal that
And-
kiss of yours.
Does Griffith actually speak in
And
this
Alex,
form at all?
No. And Alex,
Uh,
what you said when we first watched this in the
yeah,
third
we're
movie.
getting there. Ah! He just dislocated her hip.
Oh,
Ah!
oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh god.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, that hasn't gotten any better.
That's only been made worse because of what you pointed out.
Ah.
Oh. Oh.
Damn it. Not the sword.
And out of desperation, Guts will chisel his arm off like a fucking badass.
You don't have to stab it. You can just slice it off.
Yeah, this is why did you give us a close up of his dick?
Jesus.
Come on, if you'd have cut it, it would have been easier.
Safe and
Now,
sorry.
this bit is actually something I had initially of a sort of like, okay, Guts had enough momentum to get rushed right at Griffith and should have tried to impale him, but it's like it showcases Griffith's power much better, or in this instance than in the manga, because in the manga, Guts just gets straight up pinned down before or he could get close to Griffith.
Holy shit.
Uh,
Yeah. Straight up trying to go for the
And even
kill.
though, and he is, and that's the last sane words Casca will say for a vast majority of the story. Telling Guts not to look at her. And Guts is being forced to watch all this, and the last sight of his right eye is
ugh.
this.
Oh.
Uh, Oh god.
Fact that they actually animated that.
The
Some people on YouTube have commented that it should be illegal how well animated that was.
yeah. This- Did Dr. Robotnik just blow up the moon?
Skull Knight is
No,
here
it's
to save
no,
the
Here he
day.
comes.
no,
Such a
it's
fucking
it's
Deus Ex
it's
Machina.
Skeletor. He's too fucking late.
I wouldn't say it's a Deus Ex Machina since we did see Skull Knight earlier. Or he
Here.
was plotting on getting in here.
It's just a matter of when.
That is
Yeah.
a Kurosawa reference.
He's getting into a straight up mosh pit. And you thought Griffith actually got him? That'd be a negative.
Skeletor reminds me somewhat of you know the Skull Knight from like the Lost Warrior in Twilight Princess, right?
Oh yeah, the hero's shade.
Yeah, Hero's Shade, that's what his name is. I always just called him Skull Knight. Like he reminds me of this guy.
I wonder if the people who made Twilight Princess were influenced by this series, because
Probably.
again, Berserk's influence is insane.
Because not only is like I'd also say that the portrayal of Skull Knight in this influenced Ganondorf as well to some extent.
Who knows?
And like the way Ganondorf acts in Twilight Princess reminds me a lot of Guts, actually. Like how he's just tanking fucking hits until he can't move anymore. Exit light, enter night.
And now we get this little dream sequence.
I think you said that backwards, Kevin.
It's not. This is an actual dream.
Were you perhaps talking to me?
No, he was saying perhaps I said it backwards.
Oh.
Exit light, enter night.
Oh, that's Alex that said
Yeah,
that.
that was me who said that, and no, I said it exactly the way I intended it to.
How dare you butcher Metallica?
Hey, listen, Lars Ulrich butchers Metallica more than I do. And he's in the band.
Guts desperately
It's-
pleading to the members of the Hawk to come back when they aren't able to turn back.
If
Point of no return.
time,
Fine.
if I could find a way.
So now they are in a cave underneath Godo's place. Which, by the way, Godo is a blacksmith that Guts ended up spending time with during the year, or that he was away from the Hawks. Ado.
He just woke up.
Trust me, you do not want to know how good. Uh,
And interestingly enough, this is also a realistic depiction of how of the effects of the
This,
intimacy in their relationship
yeah,
this would
oh
have.
no.
yeah, this is a little bit.
Oh
Not
no.
just what happened to what ended up happening to Casca mentally, but
Yeah.
Dang.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in a bad state.
Almost a
Yeah.
husk of her
Shit.
former self.
Thank God for Rickard.
Mm. Carrie didn't even need to do any of these uns grunts or sounds in this. She just was dead. And like that, Guts' worldview of Casca immediately shattered.
Pretty much flipped over his head.
Yeah.
Everyone he knew and loved. Gone.
In one way or
And
another.
and it's in and it's re- and it seems to be and this was somewhat foreshadowed more in the manga as Gambino was told all that Guts Hunts's birth from a corpse, arms hanging off the tree was bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Hug that to anybody around him. Gambino at first didn't take that superstition seriously until Shisu had died. And now this supposed superstition had affected and all of Guts's current friends in a manner of speaking.
I would not. I don't even think I could imagine myself living that long in the Berserk universe.
No,
None of
Nope.
us.
nobody would want to live in this universe.
Sounds like a
Maybe
good
if
universe to
maybe
send
if
the
he had a
Zoomers to.
really big gun and plenty of ammunition.
Wouldn't stop it. Wouldn't help you that much.
Now it's nightfall, and unfortunately, and we get to see firsthand in the damage that had those under, or the plague that those with the with the brand must face every single night.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there's no way in
Apparition.
hell to get rid of it.
Nope.
Damn.
Well, you
Unless you
know,
get some.
killing
oh, and
everybody.
apparitions of all sorts, or it will appear or for those with the brand, and from these ghosts to spooky, scary skeletons to straight up apostles. And every time one of these appear, the brand and it causes the person to bleed. And the guts would be in excruciating pain right now.
Hey, let go.
Five ghosts had possessed him.
Oh, hey, it's you again.
Oh, and another thing about the brand of sacrifice, anybody that's been branded that is destined to go to hell.
Well, Griffith's already been to hell, so I don't think that's going to be much of a change for him.
No, I mean everybody that's been branded.
Right. Like I said, I don't think that... Sorry, Guts. Guts has already been to hell, so I don't think that's going to change much for him.
I
It could
think
always get
somebody
worse.
tried syncing up this scene to the Doom music.
Oh my god.
Why am I being attacked by sperm? I'm not an egg.
It's the Twitterati.
Oh, he's bleeding even from his eye and from
God dang it.
on the nub.
And even through his eye.
God, even if the 3D animation's a little,
Rough.
is a little all jank at times, it
Yeah.
still looks really good. Look at that.
Ooh.
That's a
Damn.
great shot. God, if only Berserk 2016, 2017 looked as raw.
Yeah, if only it was even remotely decent.
Like in
Nope.
the initial preview of it. Like the
No.
actual initial preview where it looked like it was a David production JoJo opening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I would have lived with that.
If it was even remotely fucking tolerable, it would have been worthwhile to watch. But no, it's fucking borderline,
And I
animatic
can tell
levels.
and I can tell you this, Alex, the Blu-ray it only has slight improvements. It does not make the overall product good.
Yeah, well, you know, they don't have hardly any skeletal animation. The fucking models look like ass.
And from what I've heard,
Sound design
or
is terrible.
and from what I've heard, or the design, right, there was a bit of a conflict between the studio and the animation director.
Yeah.
Is I think the animation director was partially behind the Gurren Lagann films.
Mm.
One other thing that was missing from this is Casca giving birth to the demon baby, because
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
you cannot say that Griffith did not affect her in more ways than one. The demon baby, it was also not initially planned, but Miura was like, you know what, this would actually make sense. Because yeah, Casca was pregnant during the events of the eclipse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
One day more, another day, another destiny.
Sorry, every time I hear that song, all I can think is that
The
bit
Waluigi
from
version, rather.
no, that one Attack on Titan parody.
Oh.
Which one? There's like a bunch.
It's the one on that has yet to finish the first season.
Still not. That didn't. Still.
Yeah, you're
Still
gonna
was
have to be more
one.
A
specific.
bridge on It's not a bridge on Titan because give me a
And
sec.
Did it have musical numbers?
Let's just say it made it dot Pixis more more of an Arlie Ermy figure.
oh
Who is
man,
that again?
Oh,
Dot or not Pixis, not Pixis.
Shottis.
What's his Shottis? Keith Shottis. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They made him more like Arlie Ermy in that abridgment.
Well, I'll be damned.
oh, that one.
And Armin was sadistic. Oh, this teaser.
yeah,
It
we get the
hurts
black
me.
swordsman suit up, and then
And now rocking the look.
And this may be a moment of badassery, but it is also the moment that Guts has pretty much left behind everything resembling his old life.
yeah.
Uh,
And now, one last time, the ending animation.
We still have 2 minutes left. 2.5 minutes
Yep.
left, almost.
This ended on a really somber note.
yeah.
The Golden Age arc certainly did. Because it's like,
Absolutely fucking outstanding set of movies. Absolutely outstanding animation. It's just a goddamn shame that I've dropped my guitar pick, but it's a goddamn shame that they didn't continue these films.
Oh,
so if you
man.
want to experience the entire series of Berserk without anything cut out, I would recommend picking up the deluxe volumes of the manga if you wish to buy the series.
Mm-hmm.
Trust
Please
me,
support the official release.
yes, trust
Excuse
me,
me.
they are really good. Forever in pursuit of a flickering light.
Hi, Puck.
Ah,
To Kentaro
Kentaro
Miura
Miura.
with gratitude.
Yep.
Rip his soul.
Rest in peace.
This came out in 2011 and 12, didn't it?
Yep.
The movie
Well,
trilogy
the movie trilogy did.
came out in 2012 to 2013.
Mm.
Well, that was it for our Berserk the Memorial Edition. Join us next Sunday for when we wrap up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2.
Yep.
Wait.
Until then, we will see y'all later. You guys have anything you want to promote before we head out?
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing that I don't have just yet.
Okay then. Well,
But
bye. You guys know where to find me and Kevin.
Yep.
It's
And
here.
Old Zero, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
It was a bit unexpected, but it was more than
Yeah.
welcome. Feel
Happy
free
to
to
be
join
here.
us. Feel free to join us any other time.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do some of this.
Happy to have you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, we'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
OBS, come on. Pop back up.